Hello friends, today's topic is the struggles of the working parents. Let's rant.
Do you know why being a working mom feels just impossible? It's because honestly, there's no winning. Jobs expect you to work like you don't have kids, and people expect you to parent like you don't have a job. Most of the big girl jobs require full-time hours. I don't really see many options for part-time working that pays well. Many careers, unless you want to just give up your career, you have to work full-time hours. And then on top of that, a lot of jobs require work outside of your normal hours. So there's this expectation that you are always available to work and that you are always flexible if they need you to come in outside of your normal hours. So they expect moms to just be available at the drop of a hat on their employer's whim. Except most daycares close by 6 and there's not that many aftercare options. And if you need a last minute babysitter, that's very expensive. Most companies do not offer any sort of daycare reimbursement, daycare programs, nothing to help offset the cost of daycare. So parents are just expected to figure it out, even if it is last minute. Because God forbid you tell your employer no because you're a parent and you can't make it work. God forbid you have to leave work early or call out because your kid is sick. I literally had a manager who, by the way, was a mother herself, who said that I should get my in-laws or my parents to take care of my sick toddler because I shouldn't miss work for that. Ma'am, out of all of my kids' grandparents, I only have one that lives in the same state as me and he works full time, so I don't have that option. And you're constantly being compared to coworkers that do have the time and ability to drop everything and be there for their job because they don't have any other responsibilities. Companies still function as if they can expect their employees to have a stay-at-home parent at home still to do everything housework and childcare wise. But they don't pay their employees enough to be able to have a stay-at-home partner. Society is constantly trashing on working parents. Like, they are constantly complaining about how parents that work are choosing their job over their kids as if they have any other option. So many people judge working parents for putting their kid in daycare for long hours when they have no other option. So much to feel guilty about, like missing on school trips, missing field trips, not being able to put your kid in as many activities because you physically would not be able to get them there, not being able to spend as much time with your kid, feeling like your kid's teacher has more one-on-one bonding time with your kid than you do, feeling the guilt of not being able to be there and feeling like you're a bad parent because your kid is missing out on that. But you have no choice. Not to mention that all of your PTO goes to their spring breaks, their summer breaks, their winter breaks. All of your sick leave goes to when they're sick. So you never have any available for when you need it. So then you look unreliable because you have to go to work when you're sick and not in your best. You are set up to fail. So no matter what, it feels like you're disappointing someone. Either you're not a good enough worker or you're not a good enough parent.
I'll preface this by saying I think working moms and stay-at-home moms, we all have our struggles. There's no denying that. And I can only attest to being a working mom. And the biggest struggle that I find is trying to balance it all and trying to go to work, but also be available for my kids 100%. I'm 100% losing at this. My daughter this week had her poetry show, which I missed, and it ate away at me all day. I know this was like a 5-minute thing that she did, like a performance that she did at school, but it killed me. It killed me not to be there. And although Dad was there, so it's so great that one of us could be there, like I selfishly want to be at everything, but I just can't. And my kids are great and they understand that, but like still, like that fucking sucks, you know? So that's in my opinion one of the biggest downfalls of being a working mom, is that you miss shit and you just can't ever be 100% at anything, unfortunately, no matter how hard you fucking try.
I need to know how two working parents that go into an office from 8 to 5, 9 to 5, how do you have children? How do you make it work? How do you do it? Because there's not enough PTO in the world when your children get sick, when your child gets sick, especially if you have multiple children and they just like keep passing the sickness to each other, and then eventually you get sick. And like, how are y'all making it? How are you operating? Because I just don't understand how the working world is functioning with people that also are parents. Like, because the working world, they're pretty cutthroat. They'll fire you in a heartbeat. Like, it's just, it makes zero sense. Like, it makes no sense. Or Or for the summertime when kids are out of school or their breaks and all this stuff, who's watching the kids? See, I never thought about this stuff because my mom growing up was a stay-at-home mom. So she was home summers, breaks, all the time. She stayed at home. So nowadays, that's like, not, I feel like, as common, at least in my friend group. Like, a lot of people be out here working. Anyways, I am thankful that I have a very flexible job, that I do work from home, that allows me to, if my kids are sick or if they, have off of school, I can work around their schedule. But like, that's not the reality for so many people. So I just want to know how y'all are making it, because I feel like the system is set up for basically like failure. Like, it's just a lot of pressure, especially on moms. Just saying. So yeah, there's my rant for today.
We talk about how working moms are just supposed to do it all and not be burnt out. I literally leave my house at 7 a.m. I walk back in the door around 6 p.m., sometimes later because of traffic. So I'm gone 11 hours a day. And then there's still dinner, homework, errands, time for me, taking care of the house. I'm constantly failing at something, and my time is not my own. This whole weekend, I literally caught up with laundry and cleaning and ran the kids everywhere, did everything that I needed to do, grocery shopping, just maintenance, right? Life maintenance. And I'm fucking tired. Me and my younger daughter, we kind of went head to head this weekend because she's tired, she's stressed, I'm tired, I'm stressed, and it's not good. And now I'm sitting a state away. It was a family emergency last night and we're trying to sort that out. It's just, when is there a break? Can we seriously keep going like this? Like, I hate the state of everything right now, and I feel so confused and I don't know what to do. Does it get better? Does it?
Something that I feel like is not talked about a lot as a full-time working mom is the pressure of always having to be on top of it, no matter what it is, either at home or at work. I look like I've been crying because I have been. It was a rough drop-off today. Declan screamed for me. I could hear him all the way up the hallway, which isn't typical, but it does happen some mornings. And then it's like I cry my whole way to work, but then I get to work and I have to be professional. The second I walk through that door, I have to swallow my tears, swallow the mom guilt, and be on top of my game. I have to put on a mask, and most times I feel like I'm failing at my job because my brain is elsewhere. And my job is not easy at all. It's very emotionally draining, which I'm sure most moms feel that way. So then it's getting home and being fully present and having to swallow my hard work day and be completely emotionally and physically present for my children. It's just hard, and society today was not built for working moms. And this is not a dig at my man whatsoever. He is great, and he busts his ass every single day so we can have the things that we have. But unfortunately, we live in a world where 2 incomes is the way of life. Pressure of having to be split in 2 directions every single day. It can be so emotionally draining, and I feel like it's not talked about enough. And I'm still new to being a working mom. I've only gone back to work for 6 or 7 months now, and I don't expect it to get any better. I just hope one day it's a little less gut-wrenching to drop my child off. I had to share my feelings real quick, because if you're a working mom, I see you, I hear you, and I feel for you.
Life right now is hard for everyone. My advice is to keep pushing forward and don't look back. Keep working hard, and thank you for watching. Until next time.